Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, your boy Ryan, aka the host of Clutch Sports Talk Live podcast show. Hey, man, I want to talk to you guys about the Lakers and the Nets matchup from this past Saturday. Now, it was a very interesting game for both sides. A lot of people going into that game thought the Nets were actually going to blow out the Lakers. Well, yeah, I mean, you would assume so. Why? Because AD, LeBron was hurt, Kuzma wasn't playing, Andre Drummond, coming off with a toe injury, and at least the Nets had KD and Kyrie Irving. But nevertheless, the Lakers got out on them really quickly, and the game ended up being a blowout, especially for the Lakers on their side of the game because, hey, they're on the road, they're up against two legitimate top 10 players, and you still dominate the game. Now, some people are saying that, hey, well, it really doesn't mean anything because it's just a regular season game. And there's some truth to that, and I understand that. But I think we have to kind of consider the matchups in this particular in that game because this might be a finals preview that we might have saw. So this leads me to believe, are the Lakers a bad matchup for the Brooklyn Nets? I would like to think, yeah, I think so. Just given what I saw the other night, the Lakers defense really was absolutely phenomenal. Granted, the Nets did not shoot the ball great from the three-point land, but aggressive defense by the Lakers really was the key in that game. And you look at KD, who's coming off a hamstring injury, and I get that. And Kyrie played a solid game up until his ejection of the game between him and Dennis Schroeder. But here are some factors that you have to consider about this potential NBA Finals matchup. Number one, just off the bat, the physicality of both teams. The Nets are not built to be physical. If you look at the Lakers roster and their head coach, Frank Vogel, if you know his history, his teams are rugged and very physical. And right now, with an addition by Andre Drummond, you would have to believe that the Lakers are more physical and aggressive at this point of the game. And like I said, without AD in the middle there, the Lakers still had their way inside the paint. And a lot of us, including myself, I made a video not that long ago when the Brooklyn Nets signed LaMarcus Aldridge, and I was like, well, hey, just hand him the ring. But then I started thinking about it, and I started actually looking up some particular stats, and I just was like, LaMarcus Aldridge is not the same guy. Now, yes, he can score. He can give you about 10, 15 points a game. Same thing with Blake Griffin, but Blake Griffin is definitely not the same player he once was when he was a member of the LA Clippers. That's why Detroit decided, you know what, we're going to move on from him because he's not that guy that we traded for. Nevertheless, LaMarcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and KD are not the best defenders. Out of all of those guys, KD is probably the best defender that the Brooklyn Nets have out of that particular plethora of players. Now, you look at the other guys, the supporting cast, not too much defense. Then you look at the Lakers on the other hand. Andre Drummond is a willing and capable defender, an elite defender, some might say. And then you look at AD, he's an elite defender. LeBron used to be an elite defender. He kind of shows flashes every now and then, but he can still guard when he needs to. Dennis Schroeder, another aggressive type of minded player. And Kyle Kuzma, surprisingly, his offensive game has struggled a little bit, but defensively, he has stepped it up over the last, couple months since the bubble, and including into this season. And then you still got guys like Wesley Matthews who can still come out there and give you some hustle points. But overall, the Lakers might potentially be a bad matchup for the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, the Nets can score 140 points, but they're more likely to give up 141 points. There's still a lot of time left, and we don't know how AD and LeBron are going to kind of fit with Andre Drummond when they do come back from their injuries. But from what I saw the other night, without the Lakers not having their stars on the court, they still were able to manage to play a solid game. Now, obviously, when AD and LeBron gets back, they're going to get scoring. But right now, they're winning games just based off their defense, and I believe they're like 5-6 in their last 12 games or so. So this leads me to believe, again, the Lakers do present a problem for the Brooklyn Nets. Now, I was kind of like, well, before I made this video, I really had to think about it. But really, the Lakers are still the team to beat in my estimation. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And make sure you guys subscribe to my channel when you can, or actually do it right now. But anyway, that's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys look me up on Instagram at clutch.sports.talk, as well as Twitter at clutch_talk. Until next time, everyone, this is Clutch Sports Talk Live with me, Ryan Flowers. Never settle till the work is done. Peace out, guys.